Lego Star Wars 75370 Stormtrooper Mech. I did a review of this long time ago when it first came out, but didn't actually, or did I part it out? I think I parted it out too, way back when, but that was before I was doing these videos. So really, as with other, kind of all about the minifigures, there is a couple of nice pieces within it, printed tiles, and obviously plenty of white parts to enjoy. Not sure how popular that minifigure is, but certainly kind of a new style of set from the series, and so let's part it out and see how it shapes up as a BSX file and its value. Okay, parted out 57 lots. Minifigures obviously the winner here. I parted out 10 of these, so it looks an awful lot, I'll be honest, but it's actually 143 parts in total. Minifigure female clone Stormtrooper head, nice kind of Stormtrooper torso leg assembly, and I really do like the helmet. I think it's got some nice detailing. In terms of parts, those strange kind of body armor things and those kind of chassis kind of whatever they are brackets, those printed tiles, probably one of the highest value items, I would imagine. 2x2s, those kind of plates, tiles with studs, jumper plates, ball joints perhaps, panels with sensor divide, some slopes, some more brackets, clips with a horizontal clip, slopes with a grill, some more slopes, clips, circular plates, those kind of strange brackets that kind of, I think they first turned up on Light, what is it called? Buzz Lightyear sets, didn't they? Weapons, those kind of tile jumpers, those bricks, 2x3s, those kind of brackets, kind of white droid heads, 1x5s in black, corner tiles with a cut corner, some oval white tiles, some of those small kind of cylinder, half cylinders, some more hinges, obviously the arms, some grills, some, that didn't make me think of loaves of bread, but studs with a hole, 1x4s, the stud shooters, 2x3s in black, white bricks with a Technic hole, some more Technic kind of pieces, some wedge plates, some more of those in black as well as white, some inverted slopes, some more brackets, one 1x2 in each set, modified plate, is that a hinge? I think so. Technic connector, ice creams, put in black, some plates with a clip, Technic pins, are they bars with a clip on the end? The most popular part in every Lego Star Wars set, thousands of these. Those things that kind of, I always think of banisters, you know, like for stairs. Circular tiles in white, some more Technic pins, one's escaped, the mechanism for the stud shooter, and black studs with an open, circular plates with an open stud. So on volume, it's a pretty decent lineup, certainly parts that sell well, and the minifigure being the absolute kind of winner of that, along with this kind of printed tile. So let's have a look in a BSX file. 75370 Trooper Mech, or Stormtrooper Mech, I should say. Current sales value 33.26. Last 6 months sitting at 25.08. It started off at probably the 24.99 mark, I'm going to say, but as you can see here, it is already a retired product here in Australia, which maybe adds a little bit of a cachet to it, but certainly a line that is continuing. In terms of what is available on Bricklink itself, as you can see, not a great deal available, only maybe 14 of them, ranging from 16 through to 27. Obviously, it's all about the minifigure itself, of which there are plenty available. Not a lot of them sold in the last few months, one per month really ticking along, a lot for sale, around that kind of, well, $7 through to $9 is kind of the bulk of it, and that's price is kind of reflected around the world as well. Someone's selling a couple used for a bit over the price, but there you go. That's what you generally find, isn't it? Online shopping, you can pick it up here and there. Target selling, no, well, who's selling it? Not many people, to be honest, because it is a retired product. So, which probably pushes you on to the eBay even kind of market, where $22.49 ain't bad at all there, $24.99 there. People selling it in a bundle quite frequently, getting up here to $49.95. That's in the what are you smoking kind of category. I'm going to guess that that's somebody who has literally been on the crystal meth, and as you can see, kind of hovering price here, there and everywhere, not too exceptional. So that's where we're looking at in terms of its pricing. So we're going to expect that most of the value of this is sitting in the minifigure. If that's touting around the 10 to 15 mark, I'm going to imagine that most of that's where it is. What are we looking at? Let's shift that in a little bit. The 6 months average currently is sitting at $26.15, which is up. Where's that price guide gone? Slightly. 25.8 up to 26. Let me find my little thing. Where's he gone? There he is. Let's shrink that window down so we can find where we're going backwards and forwards. And that's coming out at $7.08 for the minifig. Let's stack these prices in a descending order. So minifig way at the top at $7.80. Next one up drops under $1 already, as you kind of expect with one of these small builds, but it is that printed imperial tile, quite a nice piece, but it is only a 2x2. Then it's that large armor chest piece. I seem to have a bundle of them, never sold a one. Maybe I've got them overpriced, but kind of a weird part. And then we're into the rats and mice, I reckon, with the guns and those hinges, those bodies, another fairly specific part. A 1x5 plate, not too bad. That is the instructions. So again, can't see many of those ticking along, probably worth more in terms of VIP points than anything else. Some fairly good selling parts there and there, all the way down here. But other than that, you know, those kind of sit around. Solid stock parts, but nothing kind of tearing up the world. There isn't a lot. We're talking 143 parts in 57 lots. Basic colour range, nothing too exceptional, and nothing of great volume either. You know, 6 looks like it's probably as high as it gets. In terms of if we go for current inventory, that's jumping up to 32.67, whereas the price guide put that at 32.39. So again, not a great shift in that. We're not seeing a big change. The minifigure has increased its value to $9.93, but it is the same parts sitting at the top, and obviously with no sticker sheet or anything like that in the set, you're not getting a great deal of value or volume unless you're going to do this on a significant quantity, which some sellers obviously have if they're selling off 25 of the minifigure. So in terms of parting out the minifigure, let's have a look. If you parted that one out, I think it was about $7.80, was it? Parted out at the 6 months average. If you broke down the minifigure at the 6 months average, you'd be looking at around $11.38-39. So a bit of a bump in terms of that. And it's those kind of body parts and helmet, which is where the value is. The minifigure head, decent, but no, not setting the world alight. And obviously, I reckon if we go current inventory, those things just all jump up a little bit into the $15 mark. So definitely well worth thinking about splitting out any minifigures in this set into their constituent parts and adding double your money in terms of the actual money you could derive from the minifigure. You know, you can go from $9.93 up into that $15 mark, so pretty decent, and $7 potentially on the 6 months average up into whatever that was. So unless you've got an awful lot of money to invest in these mechs and did so before they retired, I can't see these becoming massively good investment. It's one of those ones that people talked a lot about in terms of the helmet range. People may want to come back and get the complete set should this continue for a while. People may well have hoarded a few of these in the backs of their cupboards. We shall wait and see, but decent enough variety of parts, but you do need a bit more volume to make this worth your while. But the minifigure parted out could be a bit of a winner if you're looking to add minifigure parts to your store.